Hey all, so I bought this second-hand MiniReef 150 setup. I've just filled it with RO water to test all the plumbing. Now one of the issues I knew this tank had from reading a lot of forums was the noise from the drain pipe into the sump. It has a Durso standpipe and as you can hear, it's pretty bloody noisy. Now one of the reasons I think it does this is because the stock return pump, the Moray 2300, pumps more water than required, so it's forcing the water down the drain pipe, causing the noise. The pump's not adjustable, so unless you change it or install a valve on the return pipe or do some sort of mod, then you're probably going to have this issue. Now I've read where people have extended the drain pipe into the sump, have cut the pipe 1 or 2 inches below the water line, even attached a T at the bottom of the pipe. Well, I've tried all those mods and none of them work for me. So I've turned the pump off, and what I'm going to do is remove the bottom pipe of the drain. Now I've got some low density black filter mat which I had laying around. Just cut it up a bit, put it into the pipe like that. It's a nice snug fit. Now doing this doesn't affect the water flow at all. I've tested it and the flow rate's the same either way. So now I'm going to reattach the pipe. Now I know you're probably thinking, why don't you just put a valve on the return pipe or the drain? And to be honest man, I like to keep things simple and I honestly can't be bothered doing those mods. If it works, why change it? Also, people will think the filter mat will clog up, catch crap and snails, etc. But if you have to remove this drain, to change the filter socks, and you'd be doing this at least a couple of times a week anyway. So while the pipe's out, you can remove the filter and give it a quick clean. Even if you don't use a filter sock, it only takes a minute to remove it, clean it, and then put it back in. It's no big deal really. So turn on your return pump. While it's filling, the only mods I've done to this setup is change the skimmer to a Reef Octopus 110 Classic. I've got a Prime HD light, Tons Nano osmolator, and I've ordered a NIOS Viper 2 return pump which is adjustable, so that might even help with the noise, and I might not even need to do this mod, which is only temporarily at this stage. And at the moment I'm currently running the original Moray 2300 while I'm waiting for my Viper to turn up. But if you're not going to change it, then you might want to look at doing this mod. So as you can hear, it's a lot quieter now. It's pretty good actually. There's the original pump there. Very quiet compared to what it was. So I've done a before and after of the noise just so you can get a comparison. So that was before the noise, before I added the filter mat, sorry, and it's pretty noisy. And here's what it sounds like after I added the filter mat, and it's a pretty massive difference. Very quiet indeed. Here's the Durso standpipe, water flows into the return pipes there also. Like I said, I'm only running RO water in the tank at the moment to test the plumbing before I add salt and stock it up. And as you can hear, it's a pretty silent setup. So there's the mod. I'm pretty happy with it. It's made a huge difference noise wise and I think it's worth doing. This is only a temp fix at the moment with the original pump. But could you have this mod running permanently in your tank? Absolutely. I see no reason why you couldn't run it full time. Like I said, I'm only doing you're doing filter sock changes, meaning removing the pipe anyway, so you can always clean it out if need be. So there you go. Enjoy.